your Yuma?
It is actually a 1-to-1 replica of the 310 to Yuma hat, including it's got this like
Oh,
turquoise center
nice.
thing.
Little turquoise. I saved the picture you had sent me when I was in Texas of you wearing the Yuma hat and like a fur coat.
It's beaver skin,
Oh,
like beaver fur.
and you had these funky cool glasses on. I saved it and to
Uh,
find it, I'll send it to you. It's a cool picture.
yeah, those glass sunglasses I left in Puerto Vallarta. Every time we go somewhere out of the country, I leave a pair of
See, that's what I
sunglasses.
do with my regular glasses. That's why I bought 6 pairs at a time.
Yeah, and even when we were in Michigan at this wedding, I left I left a pair of
In a
sunglasses up
in a
there by
in a
the gas
field,
station.
I'm sure. All right,
It
so
was,
what's
yeah.
today's agenda? Tiny Lounge?
Tiny, Tiny Lounge should be a good agenda.
You got to tell the story because it's funny as hell.
From what I remember about that weekend, is that was Jen had some girls' weekend in Vegas, and
You were sat.
I was,
You were a sloppy
yeah,
little
I,
lonely boy. It was
I'm
good that
still
I
like
had the weekend off.
it's, yeah. So anyway, yeah, I didn't like it. So we just gathered the day after I drank the bottle of Boone's Farm on our deck in the rain with an umbrella up there sitting on a lounge
And the
chair.
umbrella had several holes in it.
Well, yeah, someone had, yeah. The umbrella looked like it got hit by lightning
Yeah.
up there. Well,
And out
anyway,
there, I went there and saw you, and I just shook my head and went back downstairs. There's nothing that could be done.
yeah. Well, yeah. Once you break into the Boone's Farm Strawberry Hill, it's it's
It's
over. It's
over.
just yeah. So anyway, we decided to spend an evening at Tiny Lounge, and if no one is familiar with the late great Tiny Lounge, it was right under the Brown Line.
Trick.
What was the stop there?
What a great one of the tiny.
The Brown Line stop, right next to a currency exchange. So if you had to go cash your check, you could just walk right next door. And Tiny Lounge was literally a tiny lounge. It had probably room to seat, I don't know, 50 people, small bar, but it had this cool little, like, you walked in and immediately to the left had this like back room area that was separate. It had a big red velvet couch and some chairs and separated by like a velvet curtain that you could close. So,
It was like the Adams family room or something. It was
right.
cool.
And it was like $10 for a martini. Everything was served basically in a martini
Yep.
glass. So like $10 for this.
The size of your head, those martinis.
Yes, giant martini. So we gathered the troops. It was Stacey and myself, Anna, the late great Anna Ludwig, Kate. Who else? Jenn Frankovitz, probably.
Catherine.
Oh yeah, Catherine Birchfield, who we'll get into probably in later episodes. And we decided to go to Tiny Lounge. So we all arrive at different times to Tiny Lounge, and everyone gets there. And we place our order. We had chocolate martini, Cosmo,
And
whatever.
drop shots.
Dirty martini. Norma was there also. We can't forget Norma. Anyway, we had, because I instantly thought of dirty martini, and whenever I think of dirty martini, I think of Skip. And
Yeah.
we had everything that you could possibly think
This
of. Everyone
mess.
understand. The wait comes back with like a tray, giant tray with glasses. She's like, "Oh yeah, guys, it's happy hour. What you want?" So you're getting like 10 shots of your alcohol of choice. And you start putting these glasses down because we didn't have giant tables. Tiny lounge had tiny tables,
Yeah.
and
And
table
we
could only
used so many martini glasses. Do you remember the bartender said, "Are you guys done? We're running out of martini glasses."
yeah. Yeah, we looked like, and we probably were, we're, a bunch of drunks back there. And you feel guilty because you can't let the ice melt in the other glass. So it's
You're
a
just drinking them.
ridiculous amount of glasses
Yeah.
occupying every available inch of space. And I swear to God, after the second round, people are like hiding in the curtain, shutting the curtains.
Ugh.
The waitress come, you got to keep these open. You shut the curtains. People are like, you couldn't. You had to place your next order. You had to pantomime your order. I
Yeah.
mean, it
My
was we were.
face was like rubber after
Yeah,
they really
and
made a martini there.
a a a delicious, fantastic martini, and then we're all sitting back there, and this gentleman walks in and comes down and sits. I don't know why in the world you come back
Did
by
he
us, but he sat
I
down.
he knew Anna.
I,
Did he? Because
I,
they started talking and he was the owner of the Red Lion, right?
Lion Pub,
Lion
correct.
Red Lion. It's
The owner of the Red Lion Pub.
yeah,
He had some Irish
I like
name. I forget
that
his name,
place. Yeah, he knew Anna.
but
They were talking.
they were hitting it off, and then he kept was telling us about the ghosts that are in the pub.
Yeah.
Like you can't go to the men's room without, people would get accosted. So that was totally freaky, and it was just a bizarre evening. The only bad thing about the time, just there was no food.
Yeah.
Like you
And
could
of
order
course none
food.
of us ate. Why would
No,
we? That's
no.
that's
So
for 3 o'clock in the morning at some
at Moy Lee, that was the tempura fried shrimp from Moy Lee that would occupy our fridge. That our landlords would
you
just
go in and
every time they would come into would open the fridge like a college kid
yeah, and
coming
say
home.
this isn't covered properly and this should be in a
Yes, you really
container.
should
We're
have
like,
it.
why are
Oh,
you in our fridge?
you know why, Dick? Because when I ordered that, I was hammered and I didn't put a cover on it. And it's only been in there for a few hours
Yeah.
because we just got home several hours ago.
Yeah.
Why are you in here at 8 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, our landlord was very persnickety. He used to go through the cabinets and check to make sure we were cleaning. He went in my room and bitched at me because I had socks on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a strange,
Yeah.
strange bird. And I remember we would frequently, after our first stop, and if we didn't go to Farragut's, because starting at Tiny Lounge is a very rare occurrence. No one would like to come
Right.
that summer north.
Yeah. But we had to make it big.
We would always hit Girl Bar
Yep.
after,
Yeah.
and being the only dude almost with all gals.
Yep.
was
You
But Girl Bar was fun. Girl Bar was another rust in peace.
Yeah, we're gonna have
But
to talk
that
about
that
our
was a
girl
fun
bar
moment.
extravaganza, our outings there. 'Cause those
Yeah,
were
but
fun.
but Tiny Lounge was a great joint, and they even moved. A friend of mine knows the owner, and she moved it to a different location. I forget where, but it didn't take off. It wasn't the
It
same.
wasn't the same because remember they had all those tiny bars. They had the long bar, which was,
The Yeah,
and then
I know that the matchbook.
there was a couple more. I can't think of them, but there were these teeny tiny that were fantastic.
Yeah, the matchbook
The
was one,
matchbook,
and
right?
that the matchbook was so annoying because to get to the men's room, you had to literally like climb over like 30 people because it was in the far corner.
Yeah,
So like every time it's like, you going into a packed movie theater and trying to get to a center seat.
yeah. The tiny lounge
You
in the
know,
woman's, there was only one stall, and you had to just wait. They couldn't have
it's
two stalls in there because there was no room. I don't know what it was going
like
guys.
the men's room at Farragut's.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
the Farragut's teeny tiny, but um,
yeah, and I mean, but yeah, I tried to only use that restroom. It was a dire emergency, like during Midsummer Fest.
yeah, yeah, that's a whole different story. But
Yeah, so
if she'll let us record at Fair Foods, because that's where it all started. Everything started.
yeah, I mean, I don't know why we couldn't. You just you just grab a Wi-Fi connection and sit at a table outside, or it
Yeah,
would be
no,
good in the window.
she'd be cool with it. She'd be cool with it. She loves the fact that the people met there and got married, like you and Jen, and then Deb and Oscar. And God knows I met many women there and had a few relations.
Joe and Susan,
Oh, God. No. And I
right? I
can't
mean,
talk
but
about her because she makes me physically ill.
but she's pretty about as far away as I mean, being in the continental United States, she's about as far away from us as possible.
Yeah, but the
So
thing is, she's in my favorite state of Maine. And
yeah,
I want to live there someday. Susan Collins, the senator, to retire or die. And Susan needs to go away too, or I will never step foot in that state again.
I've never been to Maine. It's
I
always been
love
on
it.
our.
It's my favorite lighthouse, the Portland Head. It's so fantastic. And it's all ruined because she's there.
I mean, I'd love to go see, Stephen King's house.
He's
All
not.
his
He
books are
he still owns the property, but he doesn't live in Bangor anymore. He lives somewhere else in Maine, but his original house is still there. I think he turned it into a museum, so we should road trip it during lunch.
uh, yeah, we have to wait till the handsome woman is gone.
Yeah,
So
that's true. That's true.
I mean,
Yeah, the
no,
tiny lounge. That was boy. That was a weekend
right? And the tiny lounge was a hop, skip, and a jump from my
from us.
old place on Grace and Marshfield.
Right. And even when we lived in on Beacon, it wasn't very far. We don't you
Pretty
remember
straight
when
shot.
we were lucky, we got paid alternate of each other. So you remember you'd get paid and then you'd go to the currency and get me cash, and then I'd get paid the following week and I'd pay you back and give you cash if you needed it because we were opposite of each other. How cool was that? And we would stop into the tiny lounge unless we had to be at Farragut's.
Yeah, yeah. That's how my Jenny and I get paid on opposite weeks.
See, that's
It's always
the best.
when that happens.
Always,
You know,
if you have a roommate, you find out when they get paid. And if it's opposite of when you get paid, it's a bonus.
yeah, correct, man. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was. I forget how you line closed. I'll look that up somewhere, but it's sad day
Yeah.
when that
When
place
all those
closed.
cool little places that we used to find, is the map room still? I wonder.
Oh, that was a
Map
good
room.
check.
Kate, that was one of Kate's favorite joints.
Yeah,
The
the map room is still open.
That
Map room still open.
we don't drink anymore, so we none of these.
Yeah, I don't. I'm I see like through posts and on like Block Club Chicago when bars open and close, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, that should be a fun bar. Like the map room, I was only in a handful of times. The last time we were there, we were like, Jen's sister was getting hit on by some
Yeah.
guy that sold beer for Budweiser
Oh, God.
and like invited us all out to brunch the next day. And I was like, I don't know.
When
I
you
wanted to go out to brunch with some dude that I have no idea who this guy is.
when you find, like, we found Farragut's, and then the few in the neighborhood, like Simon's or BC Tap and stuff, you don't really your
Arrogance.
neighborhood. There's no point.
Yeah, when I lived at Grayson Marshfield, briefly, there was this amazing, about a half block down neighborhood bar called Amazing Grace.
I don't
And
really.
that was it. It was only there about 3 months,
Eh,
and then it turned into a townhouse. Seriously, like we were the first time we went in there. We were like, oh, this is such a great place, and the bartender owner was like, well, we'll close them in 3 months. Are you serious?
what's the point? That's sad.
They had a fantastic lemonade and vodka lemonade, always on special. It was like $3.
Yeah, that stuff is. We need
Yeah,
to.
I mean,
Yeah.
all those bars are gone.
Yeah.
You know, there's still Richard's bar on Ogden that you could smoke in, apparently still.
Oh, God. Do you remember
Yeah.
the on Broadway?
The
The
what?
Bubble.
I do.
It's still there. I haven't been to the Bubble since that's when I quit drinking. Go to Cuneen's and then the Bubble, and the Bubble is still there. It's like Simon's. It's one of the oldest bars in the city. It's still
Simons was the I liked Simons, but I don't know if they did this intentionally or it was just happenstance.
it
The
stinks in there.
majority of the bartenders there were assholes.
Oh, total assholes. Smells in there. There's no way to get that place clean. But I got to tell you, they had one of the best jukeboxes around.
Or they had that cool little, because again, Simons used to back in the day, like cash, it was like a currency exchange in the neighborhood. So there's that cool little like currency exchange booth with like when you walk in. I mean, it's cool. And there's a cool bar.
I wonder if Farragut still runs tabs. Remember, we used to be able to
Oh,
get a
there's
tab.
no way.
I wouldn't think so. Remember,
There's
she
no
used to
way.
have that notebook, and we would have it.
Yeah.
And she never hit
Yeah. When I
on
won,
us. We never had
Farragut's was great. They had this old school. I wonder if they still do the shake
the shake a day.
with the dice.
The
They had
Day
this
is so
old
illegal,
school
but I bet you they have it.
game, right? It was basically gambling, and you had a bunch of dice. I don't know how many. 5, 10, 5, maybe 5 dice.
5 dice.
In
How many
like a
times did
Yahtzee
you win?
shaker. Once.
You
I
won
won
more than
$1,100.
once. You won more than once.
I did, but I got this. I got the flush, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like I won $1,100 on the shake, and Anna's like, "Oh, you can finally pay off your tab." And I was like, "Sure."
And you bought everybody a
That was
drink in the bar.
correct. That was the night that me, Mark, and icky little Tommy Flores went to the Riverboat Casino
Hey.
right outside of Gary, Indiana, the Hollywood Casino when it was first built. And Mark said, we got to stop and pick somebody up first. And I was like, who? Tom.
It was.
So we picked Tommy up at his
God.
apartment,
Okay.
right? In Andersonville.
Oh, Jesus.
Picked him up, and he's already 27 sheets to the wind. And I was like, are we serious with this? Like, we're going to have to wheelbarrow him in. So we get in there and we're playing blackjack. And Tommy is putting his head down on the table. Like, we had to walk him out to Mark's vehicle. Like 30 minutes in, we carried him out. so he could sleep it off. And I also won $2,500 at the blackjack table that night, which I never do. I'm a terrible gambler, but I walked ass backwards into that, and I was like, let's get the hell out of here before I lose $2,500. And I went to Vegas and I won the shake, and that, I mean, $3,700 was, good. We're not talking about, back in my day, but it was good for me.
Oh, God, yeah, of course. And you bought everybody a drink in the bar.
I did. That was a good night.
That was, yeah, I couldn't believe it. I could have sworn you won shake a day more than once.
I was horrible at it. I wonder if they still do that. I doubt it. I bet all the fun things like the tab and the shake are gone.
The tab, yeah, but the shake, I think she would probably continue
Because they made money off that.
with regulars.
Like,
Maybe.
if
I
you
don't know.
won a certain percentage of your winning, I forget how much, $200 or something went back into the cup.
Percent, whatever you won, 10%. It was, let's see, wait, if you got 4 of a kind, you got a free drink and like
Yeah, I got the flush.
a flush.
So I don't know what I got. Like
And
1,
if
2,
you
3,
got
4,
5 of
5.
a kind, you got something. If you got yacht,
If 5 of a kind was, yeah, it was. I recall this might not be true, but I think the shake was in an old Yahtzee shaker cup.
it
It
was something. I don't know.
because it wasn't a cup. It wasn't a clear cup. It was a padded
No, it was
one of those old school. It had like the felt
yeah,
on
they had the
inside.
felt, the brown and the
Yes,
felt.
it was
Yeah.
brown. I know it.
Yeah.
I know it. I could totally again be making this up, but and it even had like on the old Yahtzee cup had like the little
Yeah, it was
indent on the
felt
side.
and it was falling apart. And
Exactly.
glued. Yeah.
Exactly.
That was it. That was the shake day.
That was my day. That was my lucky day. Rent was paid on time that month.
Yeah, that's too many good times. We definitely have to do I'm sure Anna will let us do it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll
Right.
throw a
Dinner
little
or something.
spot for Farragut's up on the podcast.
Right.
Little Farragut's banner
Absolutely.
for our thousands of viewers
Yes.
to see. We got tens of viewers on it that will see
Tens of viewers.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, I'm not confident in the Cubs game tonight.
Oh, Ben Brown.
I hope Brown can somehow carry over from what he did coming in relief
No
in his
way.
last
I don't have
appearance to
confidence.
this.
I think they should. I think the Scrappies ought to concentrate on the wild card.
Yeah,
And
because Milwaukee doesn't lose.
Vision, forget. There's no way they're going to make it up unless
No,
it goes on a huge losing streak.
I don't see that
Who they're playing? They
happening.
played Pittsburgh last night. They won 7-1.
Yeah,
And
they are playing a lot of bad teams in a row.
yeah, and
I mean, they really
this second half of the season is supposed to be easier for the Cubs than the first. Where?
And it's worse than. Oh, I'm sorry, viewers. Stacey and I are both diehard Cubs fans, so we'll go on Cubs tangents. But yeah, it wouldn't be like this if anyone except Hap now in the outfield could hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our PCA is really
our
going through it.
PCA, I really think,
People are calling him.
he just has a mental issue right now. And I think the hype as young, he's 22, going to the All-Star game. They're already saying he's going to most likely get a golden glove or a platinum glove.
Yeah.
And he's been ripping it off. That's got to be screwing with him. Too much pressure.
Yeah.
He's got, and Dustin Kelly is the worst hitting coach ever.
He is.
Ever.
He is.
This last year.
Yeah.
Get rid of him. And honestly, I love Tommy Hotovy, but you got to refresh your coaches. And I think him as a pitching coach, they need some new blood. That's
Gotta
how I
change it.
feel.
Gotta change it up. And people are calling Kyle Tucker Kyle Madrigal.
Oh no. Yeah, I don't know. He's got a mental issue
No.
too. Plus, they're probably
I don't think he wants to be here. To be honest
well,
with
you
you,
know
I
something.
just
He wants what was it, 400
500. He
500
said
million? Who's
he's
going to give it?
good. Go somebody give him that.
Who's going to give it to him? He wants to go back home to Houston. He wants to be an asshole again.
There,
They're not going to give him that money.
no
No
way.
one's going to give him that money.
I mean, he has the lowest batting average, the lowest RBIs, and the lowest number of home runs right now in his career.
Yeah.
At this point,
And
He's
unfortunately,
so,
with the Cubs, Jed Hoyer, thank God he got that glorious extension to his contract. He's
correct.
so horrible.
Correct. All right.
All right, man. Oh, look at this,
Grace.
almost a half hour.
I know. All right. We'll
Okay,
see you
so
next time, everybody.
yeah, we're all cool.
Yeah, I will edit
Let
this and
me,
post
and
it.
then I'll post it.
Okay.
All right, love.
Cool. Thanks. Talk to you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye, phone. Bye.